I'm not going to talk to President Tshisekedi.
Okay, that is part of an interview by your favorite president from Rwanda, Paul Kagame, talking about the fact that he's not going to talk to the Congolese president unless the president of Congo retracts some of the words he said that he could invade Rwanda and he could help the Rwandans remove dictator Paul Kagame from power. Because the Rwandans have always wished someone could help them remove this madman from power. Now, I'm going to play the other part of this interview, then discuss later.
Tshisekedi said he was ready to meet you on two conditions: withdrawal of Rwandese troops from the DRC, he said, and the pre-cantonment of the M23. Are you willing to accept those conditions?
You start by giving conditions. It's the wrong way to go about it. But I think sometimes people are playing to the gallery. They're posturing in the media, and if you talk about the preconditions, that would suggest that maybe we come up with conditions as well. I won't meet President Tshisekedi until he reverses his statements about attacking Rwanda and carrying out regime change in Rwanda, as he has publicly talked about. I would also say, well, unless FDLR is removed from Congo, I'm not going to talk to President Tshisekedi, and so on and on and on and on. So this does not serve the purpose of bringing about peace.
Do you recognize the presence of Rwandan troops in eastern Congo?
Why, in any case, would Rwanda be involved if it were? Meaning, I'm asking, those who are accusing Rwanda of being involved in DRC, or the forces of Rwanda being involved in DRC, I'm asking the same people, why do you think Rwanda would be involved in DRC? Would it be for fun? Is there fun that would put our forces on the ground in any situation, this time in Eastern DRC? And I'm saying this so that they don't escape the responsibility they have for why Rwandan forces would be in DRC if the forces were there.
So from that first part of the interview, you have to understand that Congo has been invaded by Rwanda, though illegally, because Rwanda has not officially declared a war on Congo. So they are sending their troops illegally across the border. They are sending their troops to kill Congolese citizens. And the Rwandan president, who has not denied that his troops are in Congo, acknowledges this. And he has given precondition for meeting the Congolese president to talk. He's saying, one, that the Congolese president has to retract some of the words that he said or used during his campaign, where he said that they might reach a point where the Congolese troops have to go all the way to Rwanda because that's where the problem is coming from. So the Rwandan president insists that he wants an apology for that. He also wants the Congolese president to say that he didn't mean what he said in those words. The other precondition Rwanda is setting is that Congo has to look for this group called FDLR, that is the Forces Democratic Liberation of Rwanda, who are rebels from Rwanda. And these are people who left Rwanda in 1994. Some of them, all of them have intermarried with Congolese communities, and their children have become Congolese citizens. So Congo has to look for their own citizens, round them up, and send them back to Rwanda, which is not something that is easy to do. So Rwanda is giving all these preconditions as the pretext why they went to Congo, and they are pretending that they are justified to go to Congo, even though Congo has not provoked Rwanda in any way. Congo has never sent a single troop across the border into Rwanda. Congo has never done anything against Rwanda. But Rwanda, the invading country, the one that has been invading Congo since 1998, still gives preconditions and justifications as to why they keep killing Congolese people. I don't know about you, but these are just some of my thoughts.
You see what I mean? I don't want them to achieve isolating or disaggregating the problem and simply sticking to the one of the forces of Rwanda, possibly in DRC, because that's what they would want to achieve. One part is internal, the other part is from outside. The internal one being the M23. These Congolese, by the way, sometimes people talk about M23 as these fighters, whatever name you call them, whatever you do against them. They have 100,000 people here as refugees in Rwanda. Some of them have been here for the last 23 years. Others less, but including the 15,000 or so who have come recently, have been crossing the border almost on a daily basis. We have hundreds of families or dozens of families crossing every day, being targeted and uprooted from Eastern DRC. 15,000 have happened in this fighting. Refugees coming here. Now, if you may call M23 terrorists or this, or you want to sanction them, or are you sanctioning 100,000 people that are here as refugees? That means you are not addressing the problem at all.
Now, the M23 is on the gates of Goma. Are you calling on him, on this movement, to withdraw again?
When you don't look at the root causes, and you don't really look at the big picture of where you want to be, and that is about peace. You want peace in the end. How can you have peace by just addressing one element of hundreds of things that need to be considered? There are regional efforts. There's the Rwanda process, there's the Nairobi process, and fairly so, they are doing a good job. But I would have wished that one, maybe we bring closer these processes instead of running them separately or sometimes in different directions. Tshisekedi has been able to manipulate individual leaders, countries, now regions, and almost bringing a misunderstanding.
And it's about time that Congo got serious and sent their troops across the border into Rwanda and taught them a lesson.